Hey, what's up, Blue Blurs? This is your chief of the Blue Blurs, GamerBlake90, here to present you guys with a special video that I hadn't anticipated making this week, but after a surprise I was treated to yesterday, there's been a change in plans. So today we're going to be doing an unboxing video. Check it out. So what happened is, my brother-in-law, sister, niece, and nephew all walked in and had this to show me. Whoops, I had turned the completely opposite direction. Now that's just embarrassing, but here it is, guys. Your boy's got a PlayStation 5! I cannot believe this. I actually have a PlayStation 5. Wow, look at my webcam. It is a little dark out here. I might have to make some light now. But hopefully the PS5 itself is in a good enough view for you guys. And yeah, your boy officially owns one as an early birthday present at that, because I'm turning 32 on the 22nd of this month. Yes, 32. Don't call me Sonic Boomer, please. And my family walked in and had this to show me. And well, yeah, my jaw was hanging somewhere near the floor when I first saw it, because I hadn't expected to own this for like a long time because of how hard these are to find. But there you go, I officially own a PlayStation 5. This is too much for words. Hold up. Well, that's not a really good view of it right now, but I'll fix that when I actually unbox it. First of all, I gotta get something. Give me 1 second. Alright guys, I'm back with some scissors because this is kind of taped shut, so I was gonna need these. And I opened the curtains back there because, as I said a bit ago, it was getting a little bit dark in here. A little too dark, so it found things out a bit. But I kept the blinds shut though, so that your eyes don't get burnt out watching this video. Anyway, it's time for the unboxing. Here we go, here we go. Okay, there we go. That's the easy part. Is there a similar? No, there's not. You might know my voice cutting out here and there because whenever I move to any distance from my mic, it doesn't pick up on it anymore. It's very strict like that, but for good reasons, it has to be that way. But we're trying. Okay, lids up. Oh gosh. I actually owned this for like a day and I never unboxed it because I wanted to save it for when I could share it with you guys. I had a lot more patience than I did in my Xbox, that is for sure. Okay, this can be a little bit stuck. Hold up. Oh, there we go. Found it. Now I know what's up. Okay, I think I have to remove something up on top here. What is this? Alright, so... Oh! Well, the console itself came with the DualSense PS5 controller, and this is where it gets weird, because before we finish the unboxing, hold on just 1 second. They got me another one. I guess they didn't think the console itself came with a controller, but it does, and I officially have two now. I'm really glad for this one though. I think this one looks a lot cooler, but I'm willing to mess around with both. I've always been curious if these controls are much better than, you know, the PS4 controls. Those always felt a little sus to me, to use a term from Among Us, which I've never actually played. Anyway, let's get back to the unboxing. Alright, that's the power cable. This is self-explanatory. Good lord. What's it in here? You know, there's something else in here. Okay, there is something else. Sorry if you couldn't hear me that well there. Try and stay near my mic. Okay, HDMI cable. Cool. And what's this? What is this? Alright, come on. Okay, this might be a stand for the console itself. It might be. Any of you guys out there that own a PS5 yourself, you probably know what this is better than I do. But I'm probably about to learn what it is for myself. And this looks like a USB cable for the controller. Okay, cool. Good to know. Now then, this should be the best part of the unboxing. Yep, I can already see it. Now, I guess I have to... Alright, this is embarrassing. Hold on. Alright. Probably the clumsiest unboxing I've ever had to do. Let's get that down there. Take these off. It's in here. Yeah. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh boy. Okay, I think it's good. Come on. Oh my god. Oh my god. I think this could be the biggest console I've ever seen. Cause yo, look at this. What? Wow. I mean, I always knew from the picture on the box that it was a big boy, but holding it for yourself, there is something surreal about it. Dang, though. Probably a little hard to see in the light. I gotta change webcams. The one I have now is the Logitech webcam, and I'm told iPhone webcams, when they have the proper apps outfitted for them, have much better recording quality. I need to experiment with that. I was actually told it by the guy cutting my hair when I was out that week. So I'll have to remember that. But there it is. My PS5. Wow. I have to set it down, I'm sorry. This won't give you a very good view of it, but at least you know it's there. Whew. This is probably the clumsiest unboxing I've done, like, in forever. But in my defense, this is a big boy, and this was a big box. So, you probably could expect that much. But, yeah. You've already seen the controller, any other controller that I have right there, and this. I thought it might be a stand with a console, but now I'm not so sure if it is. Because, you know, the shape of the console itself and this thing right here. I'm going to look into this, but oh well. They also got me a game to go along with the PS5. And there he is. My first PS5 game. Well, digital games aside, because apparently the PS5 is backwards compatible also, thank God. And I have some Sonic games I played on PS4, but I would love to play on this. But yeah, this here is Spider-Man Miles Morales. It's probably a little blinding from the way it's looking on the webcam, sorry about that, but this is Spider-Man Miles Morales. I called this game Miles Morales at first because in the English language itself, the word morale is pronounced as morale, but at one point I did call it morale and got chewed out for that afterward. So that's why I went with Miles Morales when I first saw this game, and then somebody corrected me again later on and said it's actually Miles Morales. So to any Spider-Man fanatics out there, don't worry, I've been educated. But yeah, I have played Spider-Man games on PlayStation 2 consoles before, so this isn't entirely new to me, but I've never actually played this game in particular, as I have yet to be caught up on the newer generations of Spider-Man. But this is one I've heard a lot of good things about, so I'd be interested in giving this one a try. But yeah, that is the unboxing for this guy, the PS5. And I will say this. The logo design on the side of the casing here does look nice. The casing is nice, the interior of it sure is bulky though. And there are two USBs right here. One's on the larger side, the other is on the smaller side. That's a little bit new for me. And this is obviously what you stand the console on if you don't want to like lay it on its side like I normally do with the PlayStation console. But with Xbox I changed habits, I'm probably going to do the same with this one. I'm going to stand it like this, maybe. It might be the best option. And on the back, there's two more USBs, a LAN cable, a place for the LAN cable, I mean, the HDMI and a power cable. Cool, cool. And over here looks like, up here at top, let me see if I can show. Up on top there, that looks like maybe another place for a smaller USB cable or something like that. I don't exactly know. I gotta get completely familiar with the console design, but there you go. That is the PS5. And now, to further add to the showcase, I think I should try some Sonic games on it and see how clean they're gonna look on the PS5. Alright guys, we are finally back. Well, I know I'm saying finally because there's a little thing called editing. It's not like you had to actually wait on me to get the darn thing set up, but Yeah, it took me a little bit over an hour to finally get the PS5 up and running. Had to get my data transferred, my PS4 and all, and it went ahead and installed my games for me that I already had, which is highly convenient. This thing loads everything so much faster, which is awesome, but for it being a next generation console, you would expect it to have had an improvement in that respect, and it certainly lives up to that. This menu right here looks a lot cleaner too. It's so much more streamlined, and for someone like me who is very, very proper, this helps big time. It's not like the PS4 menu was terrible to shift through, but it's even better here, and I already like it. As far as games go, I played a few on here. Sonic Mania, Sonic Forces, I didn't really see a difference in their performance on the PS5, and given the kinds of games that they are, I wouldn't have expected anything like that, but I did notice when I popped in the disc for Mania that at first the PS5 started roaring like it was a turbo engine, and I was like, really? They didn't fix that from the PS4? But then after a couple minutes, maybe 1 or 2, the noise went away completely, and now the console is completely silent. And I was like, woo! Thank God. If I was going to have to deal with that again with this console, I was not going to be happy, but that is no longer an issue. And as for Colors Ultimate, I played that for a few minutes, and one thing I immediately noticed was the improvement in its loading time. As you can see, At One Tropical Resort loaded in like less than 2 seconds, whereas on the base PS4, it takes like somewhere between 6 to 7 seconds, maybe even 8 for it to fully load a stage, and on the Switch it's even worse. It takes well over 10 seconds, which is freaking insane. But on the PS5, it was near instantaneous. I think it varies in between each stage depending on how big they are, but for example, Tropical Resort at 1 loads near instantly. And as far as frame rate goes, it might be somewhat better than how it looks on PS4. It does look a lot more buttery smooth, I'll say that, but both ran the game at a stable 60 FPS, so there probably isn't too much of a difference there, but either way, it looks a lot more pleasing to the eye, and it's a lot faster to play. The loading times were really helped out by this console. It's probably the same on the Xbox Series S, but I haven't tried Colors Ultimate on that yet, so I can't say for sure, but I would assume it runs much better there. Same with the Xbox Series X. It probably looks better on Series X too, because it's said to be more graphically powerful than the Series S, but either way, it looks good, and that's all that matters. The controller also, I'm using the black PS5 controller in case you wonder it. It looks a lot more PlayStation-like to me than the regular DualSense controller, but both look pretty good, and the buttons are very responsive also. I figure it might be due to how much my PS4 controllers have aged over time, but eventually, pressing the buttons would get to a point where I couldn't tell if I was really pressing them down or not. And for one, when I pressed down on the D-pad with the PS4 controller, it would not register. So I knew at that point I had to get a new controller, and this one here solves all my problems. When you press a button, you will definitely feel it. And the inputs are very responsive too. That is very helpful for me, especially when playing fighting games like Street Fighter V. And speaking of which, it sees a similar improvement that Colors Ultimate saw. It loads near instantly now. It probably loads even better on PC, which is a given I would think, but it is still so much cleaner on PS5 now. I haven't played online on there yet, and I'm gonna have to try that at some point. All around, I think I'm going to be having a lot of fun with this console, and I just now realized I can finally get the Intergrade DLC with the Final Fantasy VII Remake because I do have that on PS4, and the DLC should be PS5 specific, I think it is. And I just happened to remember that while looking through, the home menu. Wow, I'm so distracted right now, I'm not even playing the game properly. Sorry! For any perfectionists watching this, they are probably screaming their heads off at me right now, but I promise you, I typically play games so much better than this. Now, as far as PlayStation consoles go, it was some of my favorites from the PS1 and PS2 era, and the PS3 definitely had a share of gems too, but I became less interested in the PlayStation consoles during that generation, and it didn't change with the PS4 except up until near the end when the Final Fantasy VII Remake and Kingdom Hearts 3 dropped, as I had an interest in both franchises then, and I haven't finished those games yet, but they were very fun to play, and I can only imagine how much better they'll be on the PS5 now. And as far as what PS5 specific titles there are, I'm gonna have to educate myself, but I caught a few gems already that I'm interested in. And now I have a dilemma here. Do I get Sonic Frontiers for PS5 or do I get it for Series S first? I'm gonna eventually get it for all platforms, but the question is where to start first. And before any of you shout PC at me, I can't right now because just to remind you, my current PC is completely crap and I'm still working towards upgrading it. And I was going to wait to get a PS5 until after I'd gotten a much better PC, but my family saved me the trouble of doing that, and for that, they are God for this. Thank you guys so much. This was an unexpected early birthday gift and I absolutely appreciate it so much. Saved me some trouble too. Now I can focus exclusively on getting a much beefier PC with better specs and all. And I can't wait for when that happens, but for now, that there is my mini review of the PS5, I guess we'll call it. But for what it offers right now, I can definitely tell you that it's left a highly positive impression on me, and if you're looking forward to getting the console for yourself, I encourage it, assuming you can even find it with how fast they are selling out and all. I wish you all the best of luck in finding a PS5 and an Xbox console if you haven't yet found that, though they're probably slightly easier to find than PS5s, I think, but they will still require a fair amount of effort, what with product shortages and all. But there you go, that is it for this video, for this unboxing video of the PS5. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you all soon with more content. Until then, peace out, Blue Blurs for life, take care.